just thought I'd make a quick little video to show you some of the stuff that you can do with Smart Notebook. So this free version, Smart Notebook basic version, in that email to Nanny a while back to everyone, I included a link to download a Smart Notebook for free. It gives you access to the basic version, and this little logo will appear, but it allows you to do all the writing and access to the shapes and pens and erasers. That's pretty much everything you need to do your videos anyways. Okay, so that's useful. And I'm using QuickTime. So QuickTime, I have QuickTime open, and in QuickTime, if you go to File, New Screen Recording, that allows you to make a selection of the area that you want to record, and make sure your audio is correct. I would do some tests, some little test videos first before you get into a big lesson. And then the other thing that you need to know is to be able to import PDFs. So if you go File, Import PDFs, and I have some, it's my friend. Okay, I have some stuff in PDFs from, this is locally developed, whatever, and so that allows you to import this into Smart Notebook, and it creates a nice Smart Notebook file. Okay, so I would try to do all this stuff ahead of time, and then once you have a bunch of these pages, you can actually, if you import a few things and they open up in separate notebook pages, you can actually just copy these pages and paste them all into one file and build a file, one notebook file with all the pages that you want. Sometimes I put whole units in one file, so that if I'm teaching in a class, I would just continue where I picked up from the previous day. And it also just saves time and keeps me organized and stuff like that. But for a video, you would have a few of these files set up. Now for actually writing, you just select your pen tool, right? I'm just going to close this here. The date is May 12th. So it takes a little bit to get used to writing, and a little bit of practice. If you can change your colors, and you can also change the thickness. That allows you to be a little more accurate. Using two hands is good, because my left hand I can actually scroll up when I need to. If I was doing a math question, I might just have one question on a page. For example, I can go here and go insert a blank page, and if I had y equals 3x plus 2, I could start to break down some of the work that I needed to do, and there's my y-intercept. Okay, and then for graphing and things like that, you do have some tools in here. It might be better to you could have your screen open and also have Desmos ready as well. So if I wanted to use Desmos, I could talk about how I got these pictures here, but because I'm doing a screen recording, I can easily go down to Safari and switch over to, say, Desmos, and then start graphing there. Okay, that could be one approach, or you could just continue working through this solution. Okay, so I find keeping one question per page, as you kind of scroll through, you do have the option of extending the page. So there's lots of room to write. I like using the shapes. It makes my some of my stuff look really professional. Also, make sure that you click on the right tool that you want to use. So I want to move the circle, so I got to make sure I'm on the circle. So I want to make sure I'm on my selection tool. If using these lines, you can make your your radius or your dimension marks. If you want to use arrows and talk about things that you might want to be referencing, you can also have text. So if I'm going to use a smaller font here and maybe change the color to orange, I can label this radius. And making sure that if I want to move this and go back, and it just takes a little bit of time to get used to, but using the tools, everything that you need is in Smart Notebook. I find it's really nice, and it's really clean, and all these little tools are right here, and they're easy to access. It just takes a little bit of practice. Anyways, I hope that helps. And then I know QuickTime takes a little practice too, doing a screen recording, but I'm